What does the 2026 season have in store for us as professional bass fishing tournament fans? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. Every year, we get to start off fresh. We have new rules, we see new anglers, and we get to kind of just take a step back and enjoy what the major organizations put out for us as bass fishing fans. We get 9 Bassmaster event series this upcoming year. We get an amazing classic in Knoxville, Tennessee, which will be humongous because it's a great place for the classic. Fans, the angling, the fishing, it's phenomenal. It's a great place for the classic. I love it. We get 6 regular season events with the Bass Pro Tour. We get heavy hitters, we get Red Crest, we get their team series. We get to watch all their pro circuit stuff too. We get to see opens from the Bassmaster Elites and the EQ series. And with Red Crest going to Table Rock and then heavy hitters going to Orange Lake here in Florida, we have some fantastic fishing to look forward to. Not to mention we have 6 events from the MPFL and their championship upcoming. And we're going to be able to see the biggest and best and most stout field of anglers that have ever competed in the MPFL in their 6 years. And that's exciting for us too. And we're going to see some new rules, some old rules, but we're going to see some new rules and we're going to see how they're enforced. We're going to see if it's done fairly, if it's done correctly, because the rules are in place to make sure everyone is on a level playing field. But there seems like at times one angler gets preferential treatment over another because of his clout as a professional bass angler. So we'll get to see how that goes in 2026. And I think some of the questions I have is, do you think we're going to see as many disqualifications in 2026 as we saw in 2025? I do think they're going to make some changes on the elites so that there probably is a 28-day period of off limits. They did vote on it recently, and I think 75 or 85% of the anglers wanted it. But you have to remember, as you take away that or change it, it does open up a new plethora of possible issues. And it allows anglers who are very financially sound to now be able to go out there and pre-fish more. But that rule will come later. We'll get to see how the new forward-facing sonar rules change on the elites for these new crop of rookies, these new crop of anglers that are known as scopers. Can they catch them with it, and can they catch it without it? Are we going to see more of the veteran anglers that are traditional fishermen? Are we going to see them climb to the top in Angler of the Year race? Or are we going to see them continue to get pushed down by this younger angler who, quite honestly, is outworking a lot of them? Will those new rules hamper the elite anglers or those young anglers? It's a good big question for 2026. And which organization will now dominate the viewership, the fan experience, and what fans really like in 2026? We have something for everyone. That's the best thing about bass fishing. You have the elites that have one tournament with, one tournament without forward-facing sonar. Some elite crop of anglers where you have the BPT, where you have 3 hours every day that they can use forward-facing sonar and then it gets turned off. And they have 51 of the best anglers on the planet. You might not like that they got rid of your fan favorite, your favorite angler in the BPT, but what the BPT has done is they've made the most condensed elite group of anglers that we've ever seen. And 51 anglers, those 50 or 51 anglers can win at any point. And with 5 new anglers coming in every year, it's gonna be a steady influx of some new blood, and you have to perform to make sure you stay on the BPT. And the pro circuit, with all the things they're doing with the money and getting really some absolutely ridiculously great anglers, the pro circuit is really stout also. And I'm sure we'll see improvements to all the organizations' platforms in 2026. You might not have noticed anything with the Bassmaster Elites, but they are making changes. Just like the NPFL is going to stand on what they did in 2025. I fully expect to see them make some drastic changes in 2026 to help them boost their ratings, to boost their fan experience, and to get more viewership. And I think the majority of people can agree, the BPT will not stand where they are. They're pushing forward too. So that only helps the fans and our experience on what will happen in 2026. And I really hope that we see a lot of these anglers that are moving into different organizations, that they're able to get into these organizations, get their feet put on the ground, and are able to compete at the highest level. We want to see these Rick Cluns and Andy Morgans and all these other anglers that are going to the NPFL instantly jump and start doing well right off the get-go. And it'll be fun to see how they compete, where they finish in Angler of the Year, and hopefully we'll see them up, getting more acknowledgement, getting more viewership, building their brands, because that's the whole goal. These guys pay a lot of money to support the organizations, to build their brand, because they sell themselves to us, to their sponsors, and really to the viewership. So I'm really hoping to see some of these well-established anglers compete at the highest level. Our first event this year will be January 15th through 18th. The first BPTs on Guntersville, probably going to be very cold. The first elite event is exactly 3 weeks later, February 5th through 8th on Guntersville also. It'll be fun to see if Wheeler can again continue his domination on the BPT and win another Angler of the Year. Can Dustin Cannell win another Red Crest to make it 4? And will current and former elite anglers continue their utter domination on the NPFL? That'll be another question we'll get to find out very soon. What do you think will happen in 2026? What are you looking forward to most? And which organization has the biggest step to continue to improve in 2026? Because no one is perfect. We need to remember that. No organization is perfect. But they're all trying to put out the best product we can for us. That's what we need to remember. Luckily, we don't pay to watch bass fishing. I don't know if people would pay to watch bass fishing, but they put it out for free for us to build their brand, to build their sponsorships, to build their viewership. Because our viewership is key to the success of every organization. We need to remember that. And then when you might not like one over another, then you don't need to watch that other one, because that's only helping them. And I'm all for fair game, because quite honestly, I watch all of it. I love to watch bass fishing. I love the sport and the hobby. And I think 2026 is going to be a revolutionizing year for professional bass fishing. And that's just not the 3 organizations, but with Dual Threat Fishing coming on board and some of the stuff that they have possibly happening, I think there is for the first time in a long time, I think there's a positive movement in the industry. Maybe not from sponsors, but I think what they're doing, all the organizations are doing, is they're trying to get our viewership. And I think they're doing a very good job at it. Some have a lot of people, some have a very few people. And we get to see that even though you might only have a few people in the whole organization, they're keeping up with some of these organizations that have more money, a ton more people, and are being very successful and doing things right. But I think 2026 is going to be, I hope, very positive for the industry. What do you think? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate it. It's a humbling experience that we're going through. The growth of the channel has been unbelievable, and it's because of you. But if you're not a subscriber, if you're one of those 67.3% of the people who watch the channel and not a subscriber, do me a favor, click that subscribe button. If you have the opportunity to hit that hype button, I really would appreciate you hitting that hype button and helping hype up the channel and hyping up all that we do, because this is a team. This isn't just me. This is a team. It's you and I. So thank you. And as always, remember, take your kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.